my mic. Beep, 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 beep. So, today, we're reviewing the racing sensation Blur.
Whoa!
Like Jason's bank account, it's a complete blur.
So this arcade racer game.
I wouldn't call it arcade racer.
Totally.
That's
Nope. What would you call it?
Real cars plus arcade racing style plus combat with the vehicles.
I know,
What happened is you made a mistake and you can't admit that you're wrong.
This is an arcade racer.
Why?
Because the racing physics in the game resemble real driving. It's a lot like Need for Speed. When you crash into the walls in this game, it really does penalize you, and you do move back in the pack.
With arcade elements.
It does, yeah, the arcade.
So I guess we're both right.
And not to mention, the maps look beautiful.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
So the cars in this, they're actual real cars. So like there's Toyota and Ford and all that good stuff. And you pick them based on different things such as acceleration, speed, grip, and you pick it depending on like what race you're doing or what kind of driver you are as well.
The campaign, that's the first challenge that you play. I'm like, this is easy. I was thinking, the AI is no good, blah, blah. The second one happens, it took me like 18 tries to beat it. Completely surprised me how challenging Blur is.
I can understand that. I'm not saying you're shit,
But you're
saying you're shit.
okay.
I'm just saying I'm better.
But wouldn't you admit that it's challenging?
It's definitely challenging. For
Nah,
sure.
it's not as challenging as you think.
Once you get in first, it's easier
Again,
to
here
stay
we
in
go.
first.
After, I think, 2 times I started to come in first on all the events.
Oh, really?
Let's not get out of hand here.
Is that true?
Yes. The truth is, you actually have to use these power-ups.
Especially the green power-ups, I find. The boosts.
Yeah, every
So-
time I see Nitro, I go for it.
Well, how aggressive were you guys when you played it?
As much I did as hard as I can, hard as fast. It's like my lovemaking.
And no wonder you come last.
Well, there's no power-ups in love.
Yeah, there is. Passion.
Heated lube.
You got a cock ring. Okay, you can lube it or no lube.
Yeah.
Put sand in the lube or no lube.
Oh.
What happens if I'm allergic?
To the sand or the lube.
Both.
You can use spit.
You mean love juice. Single player mode, you can gain fans by winning races, doing drifts, doing tricks, jumps, and you can get up to level 25. You level up, and then it's maxed out. But multiplayer, you can go up to a level 50. The purpose of this is to unlock more cars.
When you come in first, you collect the most amount of lights. Basically, it's another point system, just like fans. There's lights and fans.
First is 5 lights,
Yeah.
second
And
is
then-
4 lights. Our new subscribers, we did a beta preview of Blur, and you can just check it out here, and this explains all the power-ups that you can get in the game. But in this review, we're going to talk about what they changed since the beta.
So for instance, you'll hit this thing, it'll be like fan challenge, and you go through that, and then these gates will appear, and you have to get through every single one of them, and then you meet that, so you get an extra light.
It really caught my attention, actually. I took it, I'm like, right away I knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, of course.
Gate. It was a nice touch, and it was simple to understand.
Yeah.
And then there's other challenges too, like it'll be like shoot so-and-so.
Some of the other fan challenges are the option to bolt somebody at a distance. Get that achievement unlocked. So it'll say, do it now, and it'll actually give you the bolts. Nitro bump into somebody's back. They're just simple little things that they want you to do during the race. You have a certain amount of time to do that, and if you don't do it, you hear fans in the background go, oh.
It's like when hockey players don't fight during a hockey game.
Now, in the bolts, they added a nice new feature. It's a red laser that goes from your hood of your car. You can actually aim the bolt better, because I found in the beta, I was always missing. I went 1, 2, 3, and it like didn't shoot anyone. You can also shoot behind you again, but in the rear view mirror, there's a red dot, which represents the lasers. Make the red dot go over the car. As soon as the red dot's over the car, 1, 2, 3. The bolt is useless if you just hit 1 or 2.
Yeah,
it's
you gotta hit all 3.
So another thing they added, you can actually see the opponent's power-up they have. Another thing I want to bring up, mods themselves. So you have to unlock these during the game by getting fans. You get certain mods that will allow your car to be stronger for a longer period of time.
Like most racing games, there's different classes of cars. So you have a Class A race, a Class B, D, and you actually can vote what class and track you want to race during multiplayer online, which is cool.
And then online, you can have up to 20 players, so it can be like mayhem when
Yep.
you're online. There's just stuff everywhere.
So in the beta, you were not allowed to use the Nitro backwards. I tried to use everything backwards, all the power-ups.
It does
but-
everything backwards.
Yeah. You can actually use the Nitro backwards, and what that does is slows down time around you, and you have a few, probably 3 seconds to adjust your car's angle and shoot the car with the Nitro down the track. The best option to do this at is very, very, very tough corners.
Like, that was really interesting for them to just add that.
And it works online. It actually slows down online.
The shunt is actually, in the beta, it was kind of hard to avoid. It's too powerful. I found that it was just easier to avoid because you do a sharp turn, or if you have like a bolt, feather shunt, or a mine, you can
Shoot it
just
back.
shoot backwards and you stop it. There's something missing.
I
I
know what it
can't
is.
figure it out.
I
What
know
is
what
it?
It's a story.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Everything else is amazing. Like even the menus, the
I was just gonna
presentation.
say,
Yeah, the
the-
menus are great.
Well, yeah, the presentation of the game is spectacular because it's just this new sort of it's almost like Tron.
People who like
But-
raves will love this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically, it seems like a bunch of club people made the game.
And the drivers look like club people.
Came out of a club at night and we're like,
Yeah.
let's make a game called Blur.
Yeah.
Because I'm drunk as hell anyways. The one problem with the game is there's absolutely no story mode really.
Yeah.
Emails.
Yeah, you got-
kind of make fun of YouTube. Call it InnerTube.
We'll make them funny and that's it. That's
Yeah.
all we're doing. Let's focus everything else on the gameplay. Details make this game shine. If they put a story in here, I think it would sort of be too much like Need for Speed Underground.
So are you saying it's a bad thing they didn't put a story in, or are you saying it's a good thing?
I think the most important part of any game is the gameplay. This game doesn't need a story. It's simple. It's about driving and power-ups. That's it.
So what would you give it out of a 10?
I give the game an 8.5. Obviously, I'm giving it an 8.5 for the gameplay. That's
Yeah.
all. There's no story here. Do you need a story, or do you want it to be gameplay?
Right.
And in this, they knocked it out of the park.
But in this day and age, I think we need both. Because it's so competitive, this industry. I also give Blur an 8.5. It's very rewarding. You're always unlocking stuff. Even when you don't come in first. Unlock a new event, a new challenge, a new car. It would add more value if you could customize your cars in this.
A little bit more.
Just a bit, other than color.
Cool.
You?
I give it an 8.5 as well. I totally agree with you guys. It was very, very enjoyable, but I wouldn't mind a little bit of a story, just a little something.
Little story.
Is it worth a purchase?
Absolutely, it's worth a purchase. If you're a racing fan, this is like almost like a perfect 10 if you're a racing fan. Go get it now. They could have like made some, like, I don't know. You could have modified your own track, maybe make your own cars,
I think
and then
that...
not focus on the racing.
Yeah.
Maybe that would have been a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was that
Sounds
Mod
familiar.
Nation Racing.
Could have called that Creation Racers.
Yeah, Blur Mod Nation.
Modification Racers.
Racers. There we go.
Let's just say if they took Forza 3 or
Yeah.
GTA 4 and put power-ups,
Yeah.
that's what this game essentially is.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not
Mostly
well.
We should translate both of those. His
Yeah,
says,
yeah.
I'm Jay, and yours says like,
I love you.
You like that one?
She was good. She's gonna be giggling on a pillow tonight.